Unit 3, rational functions. Here's the stuff we'll be going over. Direct, joint, and inverse variation. Here's direct variation, y equals kx, inverse, y equals k over x, where x cannot equal 0, and joint, where y equals kx z. And here's some examples. The number of buckets of point N is needed to paint a fence varies directly with the total area A of the fence and inversely with the amount P in a bucket. It takes 3 1-gallon buckets of paint to paint 72 square feet of fence. How many 1-gallon buckets of paint will be needed to paint 90 square feet of fence? And here's the equation you use. Solving rational expressions, multiplying. Multiply numerators together and multiply denominators together. If possible, reduce. Here's how you one worked out. Dividing, same steps as multiplying, but multiply the reciprocal of one expression. If possible, reduce. And here's one worked out. Adding, must have common denominators. Here's one worked out. Subtracting, must also have common denominators. Here's another one worked out. Simplifying complex fractions. Complex fractions are fractions that have fractions in the numerator and denominator. How to solve? Find the LCD of all fractions, multiply the LCD to all fractions, and then simplify. Here's it worked out. Solving rational equations and word problems involving rational equations. How to solve? Multiplying all functions with the LCD. Beware of extraneous solutions. Example, and then make sure to check your work. It takes Angus 3 days to cultivate the garden. It takes Heidi 4 days to do the same job. How long does it take them to do the job if they work together? That's how you'd solve it. Transformations. The vertical, horizontal, vertical stretch and compression, horizontal stretch and compression, and reflection. And here's some equations, and this is what they would do. How to find the discontinuities, horizontal asymptotes, x-intercepts, y-intercepts, domain of rational functions. Here's an example of how to find the vertical asymptote, how to find discontinuity, finding horizontal, finding x and y intercepts, and then finding domain and range. How to solve radical equations. Example 1 is right here. Step 1, isolate radical. Step 2, square both sides. Step 3, simplify it. Step 4, plug x back into the equation and check. Here's another example. You do the same steps. By Jason, Justin, Thomas, and Wajid.